Maybe you just got an M11 or M EV1, or you've had one for quite some time and you're looking to expand the usability of this camera. Maybe a grip, maybe a thumb rest, which you can also use with flash. Maybe an eye cup because you wear glasses and you don't want to scratch your camera. Or maybe you have longer lenses and you don't want the lenses to hit the table or hit a surface when you're setting your camera down. Owlkrown has some answers for you. Let's talk about it. To kick things off here, this video is brought to you by Owlkrown, so it's going to be more of a product showcase of their accessories, but I am going to tell you things I like, some things I wish were improved and all that stuff, so let's get into this. Okay, so they sent me what's called pretty much the mother of all kits, as they call it on their website. It's kind of a fun name, and it's the FlexGrip. It's the thumb rest that you can put inside of this, which you can also use with a flash on it as well. You've got the eye cup here, and I got this sort of this brass patina look that matches beautifully here on this M11 100 camera that I have here. Now, this is a very special camera I picked up in Wetzlar, Germany for Leica 100. And this is the Omnar Bertelli 50mm f2 lens, which has that same sort of brass patina. And I thought this would just be a match made in heaven. It's an absolutely beautiful combination. Posted this on Threads, and man, this is got some eyeballs on it. So we're going to talk about this kit. Okay, so Owlkrown is an American-based company. And if you haven't watched fellow YouTuber, content creator Gaston Shutters, it's his company. So it's based out of Miami, American-made products. And he is very, very detailed when it comes to accessories for Leica cameras and other cameras that he works on as well. And he goes through a lot of R&D to make this happen. And so when you get these products in hand, they fit like a glove. So let's talk about the FlexGrip on this, because I think this is probably going to be the one grip a lot of you out there are going to like. It's got more of a slimmer profile than some grips out there, but it does have the capability of having an air tag at the bottom of this, which is great. So if you want to, keep track of your camera system, you're sending it out for repair, you're going to other places, you are leaving it in your bag somewhere, at least you have a little bit of peace of mind. You got an air tag in there, and it's encased here in this bottom plastic bit, but that's the only thing that's plastic on this piece. Everything else is brass or metal. He has done a fantastic job in terms of manufacturing and milling, and you feel it the moment you put it on your camera. It fits perfectly. Now, one thing about this, because I have a black paint M11 here, this is the 100 years, so the bottom plate here is more of a matte finish on this. So it doesn't exactly match the camera per se, but it's good enough. And honestly, I think for grips like this, you don't need to have something shiny at the bottom of it because you're gonna probably set it down and scratch it anyway. So having this kind of texture to it works well. The anodization or whatever he's done on this it's great. I mean, it is very solid. I have taken this out with me on a variety of number of shoots, set it down on different materials and surfaces, and I've had no issues at all with it. I mean, it is pristine. He's done a great job with this. But I love the brass patina that's on this grip, and you're gonna see this carried out through some of the other accessories here. It is so well done, and it feels like it's all hand finished, like each piece is gonna look a little bit more individual than the other. It's not, machine brushed or whatever the case is. He's really done a fantastic job in terms of the design, the aesthetics, and how it feels. There is an opening here on this grip, which kind of showcases the leather beneath the camera, which is nice, kind of a three-dimensional pop to it. But it does complement the design. It has a bit more of a modern look, but it complements the design quite well. There's other grips out there that are all solid and a little bit larger, but everyone's gonna have their own preference depending on hand size and depending on how much of a grip that you need. And I think they've done a really good job with this. It's Arca Swiss compatible, so if you wanna slide this onto your tripod, you can. One of the cool things that comes with this is a tool that it comes with all their bottom plates of their grips. 2-in-1 tool, so you have a flat head and also have like, I think, an Allen wrench head onto it, so you can actually just turn that lock and make sure it's secure, which is great. You can pop that in your bag. You can use it for your tripods and plates or whatever have you, and it's well made too. It's the small details that matter when Owlkrown's making these kind of things, and I think it's something worth noticing. But I do want to talk about the eye cup on the back of this, because this is a really nice feature, especially if you wear glasses. Now, I wear glasses outside of photography, but I tend not to want to wear glasses. Had a bad scenario one time when I was wearing glasses with my black paint MP, and I ended up scratching back of the camera. So if you are one of those that wears glasses and you just need a little bit of an extension, you also don't want to smudge your eyepiece, this eye cup also fits the bill. It's made of brass, the same material that you're getting out of the grip here. It's got that patina look to it. You can screw it on, fits beautifully. I mean, you can't use a diopter on top of this, so it's gonna be either one or the other, but I think for a lot of you out there, you're gonna really enjoy how this works. And I tell you, when I put it up to my eye, it's great, no issues at all with that. Yeah, I mean, it's not inexpensive, but it's extremely well made. All these accessories, by the way, the price point, and I'll put lists in my description below, are more on the premium side, but you got to take in consideration, these are all American made products. These are pretty much, a lot of them are done in-house. They're not really mass produced. So there's a lot of artistry, craftsmanship, and engineering that's come into these things. So hats off to them for that. But now let's talk about one accessory that I think a lot of people are going to like, and that is the thumb grip on the back of this, because this solves a problem a lot of people have who want to use a flash. And this is a really nice thumb grip. Again, it's made of brass. They have other materials that they use, but this kit that I'm talking about is made of brass, and it feels very good with your thumb resting on this one here. But there's a trick up its sleeve that solved a lot of issues for photographers, especially if you want to use flash. And that is an adapter to allow you to slide in here and put a flash on top. Now I've got a Harlow flash, I've got a Godox flash. They fit in here and they work beautifully. And this is that adapter right here. And there you have it. You have access. They have a pin right there that's open, so you can actually slide in your flash and you're good to go. As I mentioned, it's also made of brass here. Now, I did find this out a little bit the hard way, got a little bit of a scratch on it because I was trying to use my Visoflex 2 and sliding that in there because I thought that would be a great option to be able to use the thumb rest and the Visoflex 2. However, the connectors don't work accordingly with this adapter. Maybe they'll make one in the future that does, but this is only designed for flash. So when I slide in the Visoflex 2, don't do this, by the way. It took a while for me to get it out. I was worried I was going to damage the Visoflex 2. I didn't, but I had to finagle it to get it out. And I left a little bit of a mark here on this plate, but outside of that, I mean, it's okay. It's patina. It's supposed to have a little bit of rough and rugged edges, but it's a small thing. And the nice thing about this thumb grip here is it's got a nice hook here. So you really can rest your thumb and it feels good. Some are more shallow than others. This is quite deep. So I think they've done a really good job on the ergonomics of it. And it just matches beautifully with the aesthetics of the grip, the eye cup, and everything else. Now they've also come out with something that's really cool. And this is a bottom plate that solves the problem of when you have a heavier lens and the camera wants to tilt forward. How do you alleviate that from, knocking your lens? Well, this bottom plate they have fixes it. But there's a little bit of a conduit. Let's talk about that. They're calling it the Defy Gravity Solo Plate for the M11 M EV1. Now, what this plate does, which is very interesting, it actually has this slide out piece here that gives a balance. So if you're using a heavier lens, instead of it falling and hitting the table or hitting a rough surface, this plate will balance it. Now, again, it depends on the size of the lens. I mean, obviously you're gonna have, if you're using a 135, that's gonna be a very long lens. It may not work with that. But I think, heavier 50 millimeter lenses, 75, you're gonna be okay with this. And this adds a nice little, solution to, using an M camera in that regard, because, you always get that front heavy aspect of these, and this pops out and you're good to go. Slide it back in. It's also made of brass, very well made, and it locks into place. However, and here's my one feedback to Gaston that I did tell him about, is that there is no flexi grip to this. You can't take the grip off, let's say, that other plate and put it onto this. You can't do that at the time of this recording. Now, he did tell me that they are looking into making this plate with a grip as well, which I think would be the best of both worlds. But again, if you do that, you're also going to lose the AirTag compatibility. So it's kind of a catch-22. Do you want AirTag compatibility or do you not want it, or you rather have this plate that slides out? You have a choice. But I think depending on your kit and what you need, some people don't care about AirTags and some people do, but this is a very, very cool bottom plate. And last but not least, we've got the body cap. Also, there's a shutter release brass button that you can get on this as well. You can screw on top of that, which is very cool. But the body cap is really nice. I mean, this thing's made of brass. It's solid, it's heavy. The Leica one is plastic, but the Leica one is expensive. So is this, by the way, but the Leica one is also expensive. You don't want to lose the Leica one. Keep that aside, just in case you ever want to trade in your camera or sell it down the road or whatever have you, or keep it for a collector's sake, use this instead. And it's very durable and it looks the business and it matches all the other accessories really nicely. So overall, I'm a big fan of what they've done with these accessories. Very well made. Yes, they come at a premium price point, but you are spending a premium price on your cameras, secondhand or new. So you want to have accessories that represent that quality. And I think Owlkrown has done a great job. And they're giving you functionality and accessibility that we're not getting out of native Leica accessories at this point in time. So I think if you're in the market for something different, something unique, and some of these products solve an issue for you or allow you to be a bit more creative, I think I would say look into them and see what's gonna fit the bill for you because they're really nice. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, like always, like, subscribe. Thank you once again for the support, greatly appreciate it. And I'll chat to you all very, very soon.